Welcome, everybody. It's Peter the Toy, and it's talking Mamelodi Sundowns, brought to you by SoccerBeat. And I've got my man Kermit Erasmus here again, and a big surprise for all of you. It is the one and only Shakes and Ngwenya. And let me tell you something, guys. When I finished playing professional football a long time before these guys even kicked the ball. And I used to look forward to see you play, Shakes, because you brought something different to the game, just as I like to see when Kermit played, brought something different to the game. And that's why we've got you here, because you guys brought something different to the game. You got me standing on my feet, an old Madala. So if I could get standing on the feet, that's why you're here. And I know, and listen, guys, all of you have been saying, bring a Sundowns only guy here. You say Kermit and Cheese have got a foot in both camps. Well, Shakes has got his entire body in the Mamelodi Sundowns camp. So Shakes, welcome, brother. Welcome to the team, the SoccerBeat team.
Thank you, Peter. I think you made a brilliant signing there, bringing me in, the Sundowns man, And Kermit, it's nice to see you again, my brother. Enjoyed watching you play, so I'm just happy to join the team and looking forward to an exciting time with SoccerBeat.
Sure. Fantastic. And guys, send us your comments, anything you want to ask Shakes directly or Kermit directly about the current team or the old days. They're there to answer it. So let's talk straight away. We've got two things I want to speak about. One, obviously, today's game, and then I want to talk about the game on Saturday against the Orlando Pirates, which is obviously probably the game of the season. So, Shakes, there's one thing I think that we saw from this game, and you could see by the crowd reaction, Ribeiro, he's got to be one of Sundowns' best signings ever. You made a good comment to me during the game.
Yeah, definitely. This guy, today he was just cruising, he's just dancing. He was in Brazil. He was at the carnival today. He was just having fun out there, and he's such an exceptional player. The confidence he has on the ball, the way he protects the ball, uses his body, and just his confidence, his aura on the ball is just crazy, and the chances he creates for his teammates, Shalulile had so many chances there that he created for him. So it's just beautiful to watch. And today was a bit easy for him. I'm looking forward to seeing him on Saturday. It was great that he got a chance to rest because the game was a bit easy today. But it's just brilliant to watch.
Kermit, I find it strange that they've got a team packed of top players, but arguably Ribeiro is their best player. Yet, if you look at the left-hand side of SuperSport's defense and midfield, there was acres of space. How do you give a player of that quality so much space?
You can see the way he drifts inside from that position just to get in that pocket of space in between the centre back and the full back on the left side of SuperSport. And with his timing and his vision, he sees Zuko overlapping and back heel with a small pass in between the centre back and the full back again. And Adams is through in to create the first goal and finish it off. Yeah, Ribeiro, like the Shakes has said, he's a great player, man. He's so smart. He knows just where to be at the right moment to link up play, or where to finish off the action, or even to create the final pass. So his thinking is second to none. And this was basically a warm-up game for him for the weekend. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Ask you a quick question, both of you. I want a quick yes or no. Is he the best player in the PSL at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes.
He is 100%.
Definitely.
Better than Mofokeng?
If you speak in numbers, Mofokeng is a great young player. He's carrying the weight on his shoulders for Orlando Pirates, but we have to be honest. The consistency of Ribeiro is crazy, and he's got another assist today, and he's got more goals than Mofokeng and assists altogether. So numbers play a big role too, and today was an easy game for him to also have been man of the season. So
can't argue with that, but let's see what happens on Saturday. Which one of them steps up? I think both of them will step up. Can't wait for it. Talking about the game, I think that SuperSport didn't really come to the party. It was once the score was 1-0, and early on, very easy game. But what did you think of the way Adams took his goal? When you see it in slow motion, most players, so many South African players, when they get into that situation, they hit it first time. Yet he actually he pretended he was going to shoot, got the keeper. Once the keeper moved, then he shot. And he's not a striker. Kermit and you and Shakes, you both played in attacking positions. Kermit in particular as an out-and-out striker. I wasn't an out-and-out striker. That was world-class finishing. You make the goalkeeper move, and then And I didn't even think he had it in his game. Good game, good start to his career.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Definitely.
he's definitely shown he's ready to contribute to the team. He's fit in like a glove. Even when he came on against Arrows, I think in the first half for Kolisi, if I'm not mistaken, with Peter,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So coming on as and starting the game today has been amazing for him to get the goal. The way he finished the goal was so composed. Like you said, he waited in the last second and he just lifted it over everybody with the two defenders lunging to try and block
Yeah.
the shot, but it was way out of their reach, and yeah, basically gave him an angle to lift the ball over them, into the far
Correct.
side of the. What a finish to get
Correct.
on a goal on his start for Sundowns.
Correct. Let's look at also the other new signing, Suarez, who came on at left back. I know it's not much that you can say about it. He didn't have anybody to really defend against, but he looks like a different kind of player, Shakes, than what Sundowns have actually got. He looks more like a kind of physical guy you're not going to mess with. Typical Argentinian. Very short. Have you heard anything about him from any of the players or in the camp? Shakes?
Not yet. Except that what excites me the most is left-footed. um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say.
so yeah, as a left-footed player, and what I saw today, he's very vocal as well. He wants to lead that defense. He tells them to push up, and that's what we need at the back, leaders. Somebody who's going to talk, who's going to be vocal, and he looks like that type of player. Not much to read from today's game. Obviously, he came on much towards the end, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing in tougher games, and just to see how his timing is as well. And yeah, to see more of that left foot. Does he play short? Does he like to play those long balls? It will be interesting to see.
Peter, just to add
I
on to
think
that, I've also watched him also in when he came on, and I've seen like Shakes has said he's pretty vocal and he's showing some leadership qualities. But for me, the interesting thing is, is he able to defend Mark one on one? It's going to be this
Yeah,
weekend to see, if he gets a chance to play, what it's like to see a South African defender dancing in front of him, maybe, to see what he's going to do. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Like you said, he's very vocal. He communicates a lot. You could see when the ball gets played back, he pushes the defense up. I literally watched him play today just to see, like what it's like. And those are small signs of leadership qualities, but the tough challenge will come on Saturday when he's going to have to challenge one on one. See what he will do, if he's capable to stand his ground or if it's a different story.
Well, I tell you what, both of you will relate to this story. And I think the answer to your question could be in this story, what I'm going to say to you right now.
Mhm.
Many years ago, I don't know if you remember a guy called Robert Nasib, played right back for Kaiser Chiefs.
yeah,
Do you remember Robert
yeah.
Nasib? Anyway, he was a hard right back. He was a Namibian guy. I
Namibian,
organized a
yeah.
trial. I organized a trial for him at Sunderland. I had connection to Sunderland through Peter Reid, who was a coach at the time, and so on. And so before he left, I sat him down and I said, "Listen, Robert, you're going to Sunderland. I think they were in the Premier League then, or what was called the First Division." I said, it's a tough league. You've got to be careful. And he said, Peter, let me stop you. At training, I play against Jabupule and Dr. Kumalu. There's no players that are going to be in England that are going to. These guys, they can make your left foot turn and get into your right foot, and your head can come on the other side. He said. So at training, when I play against Jabupule and Dr. Kumalu, I don't care who I play against on a Saturday because it's that hard. And maybe same for the Argentinian here, Suarez. When he's playing against Ribeiro, he's playing against Matthews, he's playing against Adams, he's playing against McQuinn, he's playing against very good players. So it may be easy for him, but although if he comes up against some of those guys,
He's only been here 2 weeks now, eh? He's only been here 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so I don't think he's adjusted that well to the dribbling things of way South Africans do things, So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and Shishi also is not back yet. He's not ready. Maybe he would have adjusted if Shishi was there training, But
You
he's
think it's
definitely gonna get something. If he gets a chance, he's gonna get something different on Saturday, with
Listen,
Maswangai there.
if he's like any of the Argentinian defenders I've known, the second the guy does it to him, the guy's going to end up in the fourth row of the stands. I'm not so sure. And if anybody will come back the second time. Before we take a break, just a quick question. He's not a new signing. He's been there, but he's come back from loan. I don't know if I pronounce his name correctly. Esquivel, the midfielder. He looks like, by the
Another
way, he looks like a younger version of Sereno.
but left-footed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
left-footed. Very good.
What do you think? What
I
do you
think
think?
I mean, the Shakes take this
Yeah.
one. Another player.
Yeah, he was at Sundowns before. We saw him before. He didn't really set the stage on fire, but I think he's got more to offer. I think the game time was important for him. I think maybe now he comes back with more confidence. And I saw some good touches today, some good passes, that he played to the strikers up front. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of him, Escovel.
Right. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with you after the ad break.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
Welcome back. It's Talking Mamelodi Sundowns, brought to you by SoccerBeat and my man Shakes and Ngwenya Kermit Erasmus and myself, Peter du Toit. Great chatting earlier about the game. Let's just look at it from a SuperSport point of view. I mean, Gavin Hunt is one of South Africa's legendary coaches, and a bit sad to see him coaching a SuperSport side that is depleted of a lot of talent. I mean, there's a lot of, let's call them guys who've either seen better days or guys who are very new to the game. And it looked like they had no plan B. I mean, Kermit, you made a good point about it. If you want to expand on it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, if you're gonna plan on sitting back and try and playing on the counter, why do it from the first minute? And then when you concede, then you're basically gonna try and press. I think you gotta do that from the beginning of the game. A team like Sundowns is gonna get have most of the possession. They're gonna try and play from the back. So rather just try and plan your game on trying to neutralize them as high as possible in their half. And if you don't manage to do that, then you just regroup. But to start the game on the back foot and just try and play on the counter and then go so early, I think it changes the game plan a bit. And then you see the second goal happen. Yes, they had a chance to equalize, but then the second goal through the free kick that hit the post, very good free kick, and then you get the second goal. And and then the game is pretty dead, and they don't really have an identity in how they play. So it's just basically to see what happens. And it's not much that
Shakes, I
Sundowns.
think sorry, Kermit. I think that to a certain extent, Shakes, I don't know your view on this, is that I thought they gave away 2 silly goals. Defensively, they should have done better. And when you're playing against a team like Sundowns, when you can't afford to give away goals and you give them away like that, you're almost, the heads just drop. I mean, you've been on, both of you. You've got to be thinking, hang on, we've had a tough enough task at 0-0. Now we've given away 2 goals and we've got a centre back who's on a yellow card. It's a kind of, I think they almost accepted defeat because it could have been way more.
Yeah, no, definitely could have been way more, So many chances in that first half to kill the game. But like Kermit said, could have been 1-1 as well with that set piece. Could have been 1-1. That set piece was a great set piece, It left Williams just standing there. But yeah, you can't give away goals like that against Sundowns. And, after they gave away those 2 goals, it was over for SuperSport. It was just about now how many goals Sundowns can score, And I feel sorry for SuperSport and Kevin Hunt, so many players in that Sundowns team that come from SuperSport, the quality that comes from SuperSport, that's at Sundowns, almost 70% of the players there.
Yeah. A question to both of you. One thing I would possibly be disappointed in if I was Cardozo, or maybe not, and I don't know how you feel about this, is that I would like to see, and I don't mean this in a nasty way to Gavin or SuperSport, but these are games that they should get hit 7 when you got that much possession. Yeah. And I think bad habits creep in when you miss chances or you dwell too much on the ball. The pace, they slowed it down. I understand they've got a big game coming the weekend. They don't want to risk injuries, but I think they were good enough to play the ball faster and create more openings by just moving the ball around. They don't even have to move around because they have so much possession. And I ask you the question: why don't they have that absolute killer instinct, or was it not necessary? I mean, Kermit, Shakes, either you take this.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessary because, like you said, they have a big game on the weekend. It was just to kill the game off as early as possible. Like the coach said in his pre-match interview and post-match, was to basically give the players, rotate the squad, give players some confidence to play, and maybe get a goal if possible. And yeah, I mean, SuperSport didn't put any fight up against the Sundowns, and it was just basically to honor the fixture. Unfortunately, I would have liked to seen a competitive SuperSport like they've always been, fighting to try and make it as tough as they could have made it, as they used to make it for Sundowns. But unfortunately tonight was just a bit too easy, way too easy.
So, Shakes,
Yeah.
if I was
Yeah.
sitting in the stands watching the game, and with 25 minutes to go, and the score was as it was, and the team had so much possession, I would be saying, "Please, Shakes, put on a show for us. Get us standing. Get us on our feet."
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen a bit more of that. That the guys knocked the ball about. It was playing this way, and it's not humiliating for the opposition. It's the way we play football. I would like to have left that stadium going, "Wow, I'm now buzzing with excitement because it became party time, magic time." In the old days, Kaiser Chiefs called it, I can't, the name will come to me, it was called in the last 10 minutes, fun time or something like that. And the coaches had let them do it. When they're 3-0 up, they went, okay, go and make certain the guys come back next week. Would you have done it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, it's an opportunity to give the supporters what they want to see. They've come out to see a game, and the score is 3-0. I think Ribeiro did it before he came out. First half he was showing that he's enjoying, he's having fun. I think the guys need more of that. And there was a game against Asfat in the Champions League where those guys were just sitting back. They weren't doing anything, and you can see that that's what you need. You need that flair. I needed Mshishi there in that game. He would have sparked something. And the crowd goes wild. It has a psychological effect to the opposition, and the crowd gets excited and gaps open. So I think it's important to keep that culture. I really like that style of play. Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
I believe that the crowd is always your 12th man, and that's one of the ways we get the crowd going. But anyway, let's take a short break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the big game, Orlando Pirates. Welcome back, Kermit Erasmus, Shakes and Ngwenya, talking Sundowns, brought to you by SoccerBeat, and I'm Peter the Toit. Massive game, the biggest game of the season. It's not a championship decider, but it's going to go a long way. The stadium's already sold out. Well, what are your thoughts? I'll go with you, Shakes. I know Kermit's got a foot in both camps, so let's hear what you've got to say to Kermit about this game. What's going to happen?
Kermit is a pioneer. He's a pioneer. And sizohlangana on Saturday. Big game, Peter, on Saturday. Pirates are flying high as well. Sundowns doing well, keeping the consistency. And yeah, big test for Sundowns on Saturday against Pirates, and Pirates have dealt Sundowns big blows, in the past, with the cup final, winning in the cup, So I think Sundowns got a lot coming into this game, and they'll be looking forward to putting one against Pirates. But definitely it won't be an easy game. It's going to be a tough game. It's a full house, sold out affair there. And so looking forward to the game and to see my team rise against the Orlando Pirates.
How are you going to stop Moffat King? You playing with third and fourth choice right backs?
No, we're not stopping anybody. They must worry about us. How are they going to stop Ribeiro from dancing there?
Good
How are
answer.
they going to stop Ribeiro?
Before I let you go, prediction.
My prediction 2-1 to Sundowns. It's going to be a
2-1.
tight one. 2-1 to Sundowns, yeah.
It's not that
Should
brave a prediction, but
I
anyway.
say, I say 3-1 to Pirates.
Yeah?
Because it's a 6-pointer. We have to close the gap. So it's going to be an interesting one. I know my soldiers are going
That's
to
a put.
come guns blazing. My soldiers are going to come
Yeah.
strong. I have faith in my soldiers. We don't mind suffering possession. But when we have it, we're going to be effective. Don't worry.
You reckon, Kermit, that you can see Pirates scoring 3 goals against the Sundowns defense?
Yes, I mean, Sundowns has conceded amateur team, NFD team. So
No penalties.
possible.
You're not counting penalties.
Penalties? No, there's no penalties.
Now everybody's saying Pirates are getting penalties. I'm only teasing. I think it's going to be, but I think it's going to be a top game. I think it'll be a great spectacle of South African football. I think when you got players on show like Ribeiro and Tito and Mofokeng and Matthews, by the way, talking about Matthews has been superb form, creates goals, scores goals, been a revelation, and that Pirates defense is going to have to handle Peter the Great, as I call him, and Reyners. You confident in that? You confident in that?
Yeah, you know, I'm also a bit worried about the two of them playing together because they workaholics for strikers that hassle a lot of defenders all the time, non-stop for 90 minutes. It's going to be a challenge, but I think, I mean, at some point it's going to get tiring also, you know. As long as they're doing it without the ball, so that when they have the ball, they're tired to run in the space, you know.
Sharulile is a soldier. So Sharulile is a soldier. It doesn't get tired, my friend. Keep going, my friend.
Yo, that one doesn't get tired. Peter, it doesn't get tired.
Yo.
We'll talk after the game. Shakes, great debut. Kermit, as usual, always good. Thanks very much. We'll see you after the game on Saturday. Unfortunately, Kermit, you won't be with us. You'll be playing. But we'll talk to you maybe on Monday about the game. We'll get you and Shakes just to discuss this, who was right and who was wrong. But fantastic, guys. See you all soon.
SoccerBeat, ouça!